Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'm Laurel Lee Lyon. I'm creator of Mind Your Business, and today I'm here with another brilliant girlfriend. And I love the business that I'm in as online coaching because I get to meet so many other beautiful, brilliant minds out there that become dear friends. And today I have Gabriella Waterman with me. We met through a JV adventure, actually several different events. And uh, she's really inspiring. And I knew the first time I met her, is like, I have to share her with my community. So she's the driving force behind a social media engagement network called GabTalks. And she's really passionate about helping people, entrepreneurs, excel at social media, but doing it correctly. She's a wealth of knowledge and has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs, and she's going to help you get greater visibility and grow exponentially in your business through social media. She grew up in an entrepreneurial family, and as a kid, she worked alongside of her mom and her dad in her mom in her retail business, her pop-up retail business. So she's been an entrepreneur from the beginning of her life. And thank you so much, Gabriella, for taking the time to join me today. I often say I think I was the youngest Avon lady because I was selling from the time I was 12. But I think you have me beat. So where are you coming in from?
I am in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, LA is one of my favorite cities. I've been there for many events. I'm in central Canada, and that's the other beauty about being online. So who are the people that you love to work with, Gabriella?
I can work with almost anyone. However, the people I do the most with are serial entrepreneurs that like to be involved in numerous different businesses, salespersons, especially sales leaders, and just small business owners, mid-sized business owners that are looking at growing and moving into that next level that many business owners and entrepreneurs are trying to reach.
Well, it's a saturated market out there. I don't believe in competition. I believe in everybody coming together and empowering and supporting each other. That's another quality that you have. And that's one of the reasons why we're friends too, is because
Thank
we have
you.
a common vision for that, right? So something about Gabriella that you might not know and why you should listen to her is because she built a bookkeeping business from scratch to six figures, and she's been helping people in their business grow their business for a long time. So tell everyone about the social media parties, because it was kind of like, what's that, a party? And I've been joining you for a while now, and I absolutely see the value and how well it works and how this would work for other people in their business.
Absolutely. Before I talk about that, I just wanted to share really quickly that yes, I built a bookkeeping business, and almost all of my business came because someone else said, go talk to Gabriella and have her do your bookkeeping. So the concept of creating referral relationships, collaborations, having people do business with each other in easier ways that are less effort, less energy, and growth oriented is just in my blood. It's in my nature. In fact, several years ago, I was working with a coach that does marketing, and he's like, CoachGabriella.com is available. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that because, as you mentioned, it is a very saturated market. I wanted to find something that was a little bit different, but still within the realm of what most people understand and makes sense. And so when I came across these social media parties and I was like, oh my gosh, I could totally do this. What I love about it is as a friend of mine calls it, co-opetition, where we can work together and I can show people other coaches how to work with their clients to improve their social media. And that's kind of how I wound up getting into it. And it's just been a ton of fun helping and teaching and showing people how to improve their presence in social media.
Well, I just want to say hello to everyone that's joining us live. Thanks so much. And I'm here with Gabriella, who is a girlfriend and a brilliant mind. And she shares with people how to grow their business. And we do it. I think you do work one-on-one with people too.
I
But
do.
in the social media engagement parties, we get together in a group and people are coming in from all different time zones across several different countries, and we're having a blast
Yes.
growing our online engagement and growing our businesses. So everyone who's joining us live and on the replay, type in where you're coming in from, and if you have any questions for Gabriella, do please type them in. We're keeping the feed live, so Gabriella is going to come back and answer all your questions. And yeah, Gabriella, so I interrupted there, pardon me.
No
So
worries.
yeah, so tell us how the social media engagement works.
Right. So, again, the whole concept of getting visible, people don't know you exist if they don't know you exist. Right. So, in order for people to know you exist, you have to be visible. In today's economy, today's society, people are looking each other up online. And when you have social media, which all of us do, people are seeing that. And when you have greater engagement from people with the likes and the loves and the comments and the shares on your social media, people see that. So we take that concept, we come together as a group, and I incorporate a teaching piece. I try to find out what is the most current information out there. There's only so much you can teach in a very short amount of time. So we go through that. People ask questions. You asked a fabulous question that we've incorporated into the teaching. And anytime that people ask these really great questions, sometimes we go into those, and then we put our links into content, not to our profiles, but to an actual piece of content. And we actually comment on that content. Now, we do encourage people to connect with each other and friend each other in Facebook, connect with each other in LinkedIn, and build real honest to goodness relationships with the people that they meet at our parties. But we don't share the links to our profile at the party. That's something that we encourage you to do as a result of this. At the party itself, we do the engaging with each other. And the way we host ours, we have a sponsor who helps us to be able to continue bringing these to you. And our guests are always free to attend. So if you're interested in attending, you're always welcome as a guest.
Well, yeah, thanks so much for sharing that and for creating these, because I've been doing it and I've got a busy schedule otherwise, and I try to get to as many of your events as I can, but it's like I notice the difference from before and after and the in between part, because when I'm working it, it's not as great as when I've been on one of the social engagement events, but it's better than it used to be. And I've been working this for a long time. I have a lot of strategy behind me, so this works. So for those of you who are watching, type in your email or indicate that whatever that you want to get a hold of Gabriella to enjoy to come to one of the events, because you have several of them during the week too. Like, this is really a huge effort for you, because I'll just say Gabriella does not get paid. She doesn't actually get paid for hosting these. And many people do collect high fees for hosting these parties. So don't discount the amount that you're paying for the value that you'll get. And the other side of it is she's a brilliant mind. So when we're at the events, there's a lot of information that comes. The first one that I went to, I personally, I was like, how do I do it? How do I do it? And I wasn't alone. It's when you're rewiring the brain and new information is coming, it can feel like, whoa, that's a lot. But the next time you go, it's like, oh yeah, old pro. And I
Yeah.
love the aspect of the networking, because people still need to understand how that works, right?
Right.
And
And we go to networking events all the time. I go to lots of them, and we go in and we pitch for 30 seconds to 2 minutes, telling a group of people who we are, and somehow magically expecting to create business out of that. But the reality is, in order to really create business, we need to develop relationships. So ours are not traditional networking. We don't go around the room, but we do have opportunities, as you know, because you've been, to engage with the other people that are there. We encourage connection and conversation after the fact, and we engage in each other's content. To your other point, we currently run between 6 and 9 each week. It changes, and we are growing. We will have more meetings coming up, and we are opening up to more sponsors. And the other thing that's really great is we have a lot of regulars that will come to 2 or 3 meetings a week. So you get a mixture of different people, where we have veterans and new people. We always have new people at the meetings, and we have the veterans, and our veterans or our regulars do a great job of some hand holding and giving advice and recommendations, asking questions, throwing comments into the conversation, so that we get to be interactive and collaborative without doing the here's my 30-second pitch. And I think that I like doing it that way because it creates a different kind of environment that allows us to build relationships. As I mentioned earlier, the idea of creating referral relationships and collaboration is just ingrained in my blood.
Right. and it shows. Thank
you.
So you do the Facebook and LinkedIn.
Correct. We have one a week right now that is Instagram specific. That's Thursday morning on Pacific, noon on Eastern.
I didn't even know that one. Okay.
Oh yeah. So I am not an Instagram specialist. I have a fabulous lady who knows Instagram, and she and I co-host it together. We have not expanded beyond the one per week yet. Eventually, we will add other platforms, but right now we are LinkedIn and Facebook, and then the Thursday mornings is our Instagram one.
Well, that's fabulous. So, which is your favorite to work in? What do you personally prefer?
Which platform?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, see, I'm one of those people. So most people out there have the main platform that they play in, and then a secondary. I have tried to be in probably 10 or 12 platforms, and it can get really hard to be involved in that many. So I would have to say Facebook and LinkedIn are where I put most of my attention. My Instagram is small right now because I actually had one that was 14,000 and I had to stop. I had 14,000 followers, and I had to stop using that one. So my current one is only about 100. And the new one that I'm putting a lot of effort and attention into, and I'm really having a lot of fun, is YouTube. People don't necessarily think of YouTube as a social media. They just think of it as video, but YouTube is the number 2 website out there, the number 2 search channel out there. And so I started a YouTube channel a couple months ago, but I really started getting active in it about 4 weeks ago. And I'm having a lot of fun over there, and I have a bunch of testimonials there as well. So if anybody is not sure and curious and wants to know how much it actually really does work, they're more than welcome to check out what other people have to say about what we're doing. And can I share the YouTube channel?
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, please do, because we're on 3 different platforms right now as we're live streaming. So this is going out to YouTube.
Awesome.
If you type it in here right now, Gabriella, that'd be great. And for those that are watching, she's also going to, the main platform is our Facebook group that we're using, and she's going to come back there and to my business page, and we're going to share the links for you there. So she's going to share her YouTube link, but then also, how do people get a hold of you, Gabriella? Would you put that in this one also? I got her busy. Some payback.
My preferred channel of communication is through LinkedIn to connect with me there. Secondarily, you can connect with me in email, and in LinkedIn, I don't have if you give me a moment, I'll grab the link.
No, that's okay, because we'll come back after the live stream and you can post them in. That's perfect. Yeah.
And then you asked about the how they can come to the events. Here is I'm typing in the chat right now.
Well, and remember that these events are free of charge. There's a structure to it. So just show up and you'll be guided through what to say. It is not a drop in, drop your links and then get out. It's come in, be part of a growing community, be involved, and it is about supporting each other through, you get your links clicked and shared and so on, but you also do the same. That's just how it works. No, here's my card and give me a call sometime.
That is correct. There are other groups out there that do this. There are paid subscription groups, and some people like that. It's not the way that we choose to run. I'm positioning us to be the gold standard for this. I am not a link drop and run kind of a group.
One of our guests here today, Sherry Leopold, which we both know and love. Hi, Sherry. She says, and you'll learn every single time. And it's true. I learn something every single time. And often it's happened too that someone else coming in that isn't facilitating has a tidbit, because algorithms and default settings change all of the time, right?
That is true.
Yeah, so we're always learning. Thanks, Sherry.
One of the things that I say is the moment you figure out the algorithms, they change, and they're designed to do that. So we're always trying to, thousands and hundreds of thousands of people out there are always trying to figure out and beat the algorithms. They're designed for you not to be able to beat them. But if we can work together, one thing that is always constant about the algorithms, I liken it to when you drop a rock in water and you create that ripple effect. More people that engage in your content will get your content shown to more people. And that is probably the one and only thing that is constant about the algorithms. It's just figuring out how to get more people to engage in that content on an ongoing, consistent basis, which is where these social media engagement parties come into play, to be able to do that and continuously learn whatever the newest, latest, and greatest information that's out there.
Well, being an entrepreneur is being a problem solver. That's and so you just become this way that you are, oh, something new instead of, oh, something new. And I always chuckle when someone says, oh, I hate Facebook. And it's that right away tells me a lot about them, because Facebook, all the social medias, honestly, if you recall what phone books were, like we used to have to advertise that way. That's the spaghetti method. It's just, you got to have deep pockets. And I personally know people who went bankrupt because they had big ads in phone books that they run every month, and whether they work or not, that's just the way it is, and they cost big money. So this is more of the like true networking, being involved. And if you're not willing to sit down and figure out who your ideal client is and do a few posts to talk to your ideal client, then you're really not a true entrepreneur, right? So the way that the networking events, the social media events work, totally, I love it, because it's expanding people's awareness of how networking truly is so wonderful for all of us in our businesses and our personal life.
And I would remind anybody who says, I don't like social media or I don't like Facebook. Facebook has over 2 billion with a B users. LinkedIn has 600 and something, 700 and something million users. There's lots of other social media sites out there. If those are not your cup of tea, then find the one that is, because people in our current economy interact in social media. It's a place to create a portfolio. It's a place to create visibility about who you are, who you serve, and how you want to be seen in the world. And it's a place where you get to choose how you want to be seen, and other people aren't choosing for you how you are seen. So for those that poo-poo the different social media sites, keep that in mind.
Thank you for saying that. I absolutely love that. Poo-poo to you too. Because here's the other part of it, is that that algorithm is triggered by your behavior on social media, and that's why it works. So if it's not working for you, you're not working it. But no shame, because it's tricky. So this is why these communities are so beneficial, and I'm so grateful to Gabriella for creating this one, because we can go in and learn, and we get to instantly be in a community supported by others who just want the very same things that we do. So thank you so much, Gabriella.
You're welcome.
So Gabriella is going to post her links in the Facebook group here, and you'll also find them depending on where you're coming in from. Say hello, type in where you're coming in from, and that if you're on YouTube or on my business page, Mind Your Business, we'll get that information to you. But reach out to Gabriella. Her business is known as GabTalks. And I love that. It's beautiful. And she'll post that link in the Facebook group afterwards too. So thank you so much for joining me today, Gabriella. What is there anything else you'd like to say to people as we close off?
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me. This has been really exciting to talk to you today. I'm super happy and grateful and appreciative to be part of your circle. And I hope that people are reaching out to you as well. I will put those links in the Facebook group in a moment. I do want to point out also, when we're in business, there are multiple ways to reach people. And don't rely solely on something like social media. There's a lot of components that go into it. So I also teach people how to do follow-up once you get in front of people, or once you create relationships. There's multiple different modalities and a suite of tools. So if you're interested in learning more about any of those, please feel free to reach out to me on my website or through come to the social media parties and ask me.
Yeah. Right? I think that's awesome. Exactly.
Yeah. And if you come to a party and you're loving it and you want to be a sponsor, let me know and we can talk about what that looks like. I'm always open to hearing from other people that are interested in being sponsors of the parties. And we're just looking to grow ourselves through helping everyone else grow.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for your message, your big heart, and for creating this opportunity for people to come in and be seen and heard in beyond what they can imagine right now. So thank you so much, Gabriella.
Thank you. This was awesome.
Okay.